Well, hello everybody. Hello. This is Mike from Mike's Magic Resto Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement here in sunny Sharpsburg, Georgia. This is an old refrigerator magnet, so the title of the business is not right. That's okay. Yes, indeedy. For those of you who have been with me before, you know why I am sitting in front of my laptop. I do this sometimes to show you guys some kind of a before photos before we walk out and look on live video what has turned out here. I think if you look around this light here, you can see the scratching in the paint on this 2002 Silverado. Some places it was kind of bad. I didn't get photos of all of it. I just got some of it. Ooh wee. Look at that. Most of that, folks, comes from improper washing methods. A lot of people think they know how to wash a car, but they don't. Not really. Not avoid this. Oh, and those scratches, folks, can cause problems on down the line. They can cause your clear coat to fail. They can cause oxidation, all kinds of problems, clear coat failure eventually. And sometimes you'll see this on cars that go through tunnel washes, commercial car washes, which is torture to your paint. Look at that, would you? Holy cow. Oh man, I'm not sure what I was demonstrating, except there, look at all those deep scratches there. You look above the light there, you can see deeper scratches. Very deep. Ooh wee. There's a scratch, a really deep one. I don't know what that's from. Oh. You can see that is really deep, folks. Fortunately, this paint was extremely thick, so I was able to work with that scratch some. Oh boy, look here on this fender flare. Look at all those. Those are also very deep. Holy smokes. No idea what caused that. This is a truck that's used for hauling cars all over the country. My customer, he's a classic collector and flipper, and he hauls those cars all. Oh, and look, there's some of your normal micro scratching, but some of that looks pretty deep as well. But he hauls them all over the place with this truck. And he also, sometimes he'll buy one sight unseen out of state, he'll go get it and haul it back with this truck. He's got 2 or 3 trailers, including an enclosed one. Oh, nah, man. See what I'm pointing to there? I don't know if y'all can see that. Some more scratching. Holy cow. Yep. There's some more scratching there. You can see that. Looks like a fish hook almost. Again, I do not know what caused that, but it was pretty deep. Oh, boy. There, I'm just showing some more. There's another deep scratch there. Right up under, I believe this is the driver's window. Yeah, this paint still got some pretty good shine to it, y'all can tell. They kept wax on it, because you can see the reflection of the rear view mirror on it there. Not bad. Oh, here we are at the gas cap. Look at that scratch, would you? Oh man. And once again, it failed the fingernail test, and I did not hold much hope out for that scratch. Whew. There's some deep scratching down the side there. And it was hard to see that until I got the car strip washed, which I believe that's I'm at that point in these photos. And then once all the fillers from the wax they've been using or whatever, and maybe some dirt. Once the paint was absolutely clean, these showed up. I did not see them when I first assessed the truck, and that can happen sometimes. You don't know what you got till you get the paint absolutely clean. I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. Okay, Mike, that's enough of that. And you are absolutely correct. Let's walk out there and see what it's looking like now, shall we? As Dennis Collins says, grab you a cup of joe and let's go. Here we are. I had it backed out of the garage a little bit because it has gotten dusty and dirty sitting around overnight, because they're doing a lot of construction across the street there, and they're stirring up a lot of dust and dirt. Oh man, I thought I saw them bring a water tank in the other day. I was thinking they were going to spray it down and avoid some of that, but oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, as always, we went through the normal process, a complete and thorough strip wash, which is a multi-step process. And then we chemically deconned it with Iron X, and then we mechanically decontaminated it with clay bar. Clay barred the glass as well, and some of the metal. You know, you can clay bar metal if it's hard enough, and only clay bar glass that is tempered, like our windshield is. I like my fancy new pointer there. See, like that is not really metal there, that's plastic. It's just plated plastic. You don't want to be clay barring that. Did clay bar some of that down there though. And this prestige plate, or I forget what they call those, special plate. Oh man, and did a lot of wet sanding, different grits. Some places lightly did it. It was all by hand, very slowly, very carefully, and some of it was 1,000, then 3,000, then 5,000, then compounded, then polished. Man. And we'll walk around here. Most of those photographs you guys were looking at a while ago were from this driver's side. And for the most part, they have all gone away. I don't know if you remember it. There was a scratch that we saw in the earlier part of the video where you could see the reflection of this mirror in the photograph, and the scratch was below it. I challenge you to find it now. It is gone. It is gone, with a bare minimum of clear coat removed as well. There were some scratches all throughout this door. I don't know if y'all recall those. I think they're pretty much gone. Holy cow. And remember down through here, I don't know if y'all remember that. Down through there, there were some long scratches that ran all the way down through there. They were pretty deep. Again, I don't think you can find them. Let me know if you see them, because I sure don't. Remember that big scratch that was on the gas cap? I did not hold much hope out for that, but I believe it is gone as well. I can't find it at all, even with an inspection light. All this stuff was cleaned up, and there were scratches, scratches, scratches. The whole truck was full of micro scratching. I'm trying to get in as close as I can to show you guys, because sometimes it's hard to get stuff, at least for me, to show up on these videos. Holy cow. A lot of scratching on this side. It's, for the most part, all gone. All gone. And after I got through compounding and polishing all the paint, some of it was done a one-step, which is all the customer asked for. But this is his baby, as he calls it, so I could not send it back with just a one-step. I was just not happy with that on this vehicle. So once again, I decided to go way beyond what I was charging him for. And as some of you might imagine, if you stop and think about it, the roof was in pretty sad shape. And it has turned out pretty good, pretty good. Even those marker lights, running lights, whatever they call them, those were all polished and coated as well. Oh man. But a lot of people on these big trucks and high SUVs and stuff, a lot of times the roof, which really gets hammered because it's always horizontal and the sun's always beating down directly on it, whereas the hood is usually has a slant to it, so it's not always getting beat directly down. And plus it's hard to reach up there, and a lot of people, if they do wash it, they use one of those brushes on a stick, which in my estimation is a no-no. I've never used it. I have one, but I use it on my siding. I don't use it on vehicles. Not normally. You know, if you got one you really need to scrub that hadn't been washed in an extremely long time, and you're going to be doing paint correction anyway afterwards, maybe. But anyway, polished all the glass, clay barred the glass. Now you don't want to clay bar this glass because it is not tempered. This is tempered, the windshield's tempered, the back one's tempered. You don't want to clay bar non-tempered glass because clay bar isn't abrasive. It would scratch the hell out of this glass. So you just have to clean that as best you can. Super cleaned all this trim and gaskets, and it was all, I put a trim restorer on it, a professional grade, not none of this junk you buy around town that will not hold up. In fact, on the other side over there, I accidentally dripped some down, and I didn't notice it when I was doing that mirror over there. I didn't notice it till a day or so later, and it had hardened and it had bonded to the clear coat. I literally had to get some 5,000 grit sandpaper to get it off. That's how tough this trim restorer is that I used. And it dries. When it cures, it's dry to the touch. It's not greasy, oily, or anything like a lot of your retail level ones are. So there you have it. Man, yeah buddy. And I'll show you some of the rest of the trim. This bumper was looking pretty sad, and it's not perfect. Does it look grand spanking new? No. But it looks a hell of a lot better than what it did, folks. And there again, he wasn't paying for this, but I just felt like it was a necessity in this situation. Did a, what I call a light restoration on the headlights because they weren't really bad. And also those lights down there. And I did not do the sanding routine, which I normally do if I'm doing a full resto on these. I just compounded them, polished them, and then put ceramic coating on them that's designed just for that. Ooh, buffed all this, all that metal, buffed every speck of metal, all of that down there. Like I said, in here, that was all buffed, including that plastic right there. And then it was coated as well. Yeah. Had to strip down the tires and wheels. So it took several times around these tires to get them clean, because somebody had put a coating on them that was extremely difficult to remove. Took a while, and then I went back and put a graphene tire coating on there, which is so far has been a lot of longevity. You know, these wheels, they were hammered some, as you might expect on a 2002. So I polished those up, spiffed them up. I didn't really go deep polishing on them. To do that, to go any deeper polishing on the wheels than I did would necessitate removing them from the vehicle, and he never asked for that, but he did want them ceramic coated. And after I polished them and prepped them, I did go back and ceramic coat the wheels. Now you can buy a special coating that says it's made just for wheels. I normally don't find that's necessary. I use the same ceramic on the wheels that I used on the paint. All this stuff was all ceramic coated. All the paint. Now I did use a special glass coating on all the glass. And I used a special ceramic coating on the headlights. It's made for this polycarbonate plastic or whatever it is they call it. Man, everything was ceramic coated, folks. Everything. Except for the bed of the truck. But they turned out looking fantastic. Like I said, she don't look brand new, but she looks pretty darn good. Put the trim restore on this. It was kind of boogered up and was turning white on us. Stripped it down, put the coating on there. It's looking good. Once again, polished this. Polished up the tail lights, put a coating on them. Pretty extensive. It took a week, maybe a little bit more than a week. But folks, you can see some dust on there from all that construction across the street. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Putting in, knocked down the woods and putting in a subdivision. Well, what are you gonna do? There we go. Trying to get you guys up close. Put coating, trim restore on all this stuff, all the way around the truck. All these mirrors turned out really good. All that plastic was turning white on us. So it all turned out real nice. Another look at your lights up there. I polished those and put ceramic coating on those as well. The same coating I put on the roof paint, I put on those lights, and it worked real fine. Real fine. So yeah, she's looking good. See, you can see the little dust coming from across the street there. Now most people, see all that, folks? Most people would say, oh, I'll just use a quick detailer and get that stuff off of there. Well, folks, that is not, in my opinion, what a quick detailer, well, there's a bug. That's not what a quick detailer is designed for. A quick detailer is designed to use as a drying aid after you've washed the vehicle, and or after you've dried it, then you can use the quick detailer to put some quick protection on it. And to me, that's about all that it's designed for. Now, when I get this dust off of here and whatever few fingerprints I might have put on there, I will use probably a rinseless wash, diluted down to what they call a waterless wash, so that I can make use of what they call emulsifiers in there that encapsulate the dirt, lift it away, and then use wash net or one of those sponges, whatever you choose to do, and you can remove all this stuff with very little risk of scratching it. And you just buff over it again with a quality drying towel, or you can blow dry it. Whew. All right, folks, I appreciate y'all. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Y'all like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, and all that stuff, please. They say it helps me out. I don't know. I guess maybe it helps notify more people to watch. And, you know, those that might be interested in this kind of stuff, I would like for them to watch. But if they're not interested, of course, then I don't care for them to watch. If they're not interested, they get bored. Anyway, y'all have a great day, a good week, and I will catch y'all later. Bye now.